Welcome to episode 15 of the Bay Area Bleepers. I'm here in Port Costa today. It's a sleepy little, I think, unincorporated town that I first learned about 5 years ago or so when I was doing an apprenticeship with a blacksmith that has a studio up on the hill. There's some history here that I found, and it's really interesting. So there's train tracks right next to us, and back 100 years ago, more than 100 years ago, in order to bridge the gap before there was a bridge across the Carquinez Strait, they would load the trains onto a ferry, these long-ass ferry boats, and they'd bring them from here across the water to, I think, Benicia. Now, I'm not sure how much I've expressed my dislike of my spade. It has bent when I've tried to pry things out of dirt. It wasn't expensive, but at the same time, it's just a spade. I would expect a little bit more from it. It has a very long blade and a very long handle, so it is a little unruly to carry on my belt. This right here, this is special. Now, I wanted to make my own out of a file, and I probably will still do that, but I've never really made a knife, and this is part knife. This is called a hori hori. It's a Japanese gardening tool. You'll notice here are inch increments to know how far down you're going with a seed. This is like a knife, or like you could chop branches with it, and this is a serrated edge knife or saw. It has a nice hefty feel. This is a great guard here, and this metal end cap, handle butt, what do they call them? So if you need to, you can use a hammer on this to hammer it, hammer into the ground. So it's a shovel and a knife and a saw all in one. I got this through Bespoke Post. I have a monthly subscription with them. And I saw it, and I've seen this one in particular before. They run like $65. But it has a belt clip and everything, and I'm excited to use it today. So your monthly subscription, and this is not sponsored by any means, but the monthly subscription on Bespoke Post is $45 a month. So that's like getting this at a $20 discount. It's funny when teenagers pass my car and one of them says, "That's a dope-ass car." I like that. Yes, you're right. It is a dope-ass car. Alright, so those are the two things that I have. Now let's get to taking some photos and videos of where we're detecting today. So, I just dug this hole down here, and came up with a track plate and train spike and a track spike, railroad spike, that are rusted together. So I think that's too rusted for me to take and try to salvage. Yeah, there's barely anything left of this after you like grind down all the rust and clean it up. The core is only like a quarter inch. I have, a lot of track spikes at home, railroad spikes. Oh, I call them track spikes. Although this one is kind of interesting because you can see the taper is down here. The length isn't that long. It's kind of a short spike. Usually they're like 6 or 7 inches long, and this one is probably 4 or 5, so it's kind of short. So I'm just gonna leave it there. Everything else I'm finding, I came up off of the gravel down here because there's just so much garbage. It's all deep iron. I don't know if they put iron in to help with erosion or something. I don't know what, but there's deep iron and goddamn a shit ton of bottle caps. We probably dug more and found more, just eyeballing more than I have ever. So people sit where I'm sitting right now and all along this little shoreline area, drink a beer and throw it in.